Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Oh, we got Nara, we got Lily, we got Alyssa. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Hi. My apologies. I got my own stream time wrong. My dumbass. Oh, and we do have Alita here. Awesome. Good. Lovely. No, I went ahead and I was like, I'm gonna do a stream at 7 instead of 8. So that way I could go to bed early for my audition tomorrow. And then I forgot that I changed the time and I went with my normal time. So you know what? Oh, thank you, Nara. Let me change that. We're gonna... What happens if I... How's that? Did that do anything? I hope it did. Okay. But no, my brain just went out the window. I was too busy practicing. Thank you. Okay, good. Ugh. No, I guess I had it on during Yakuza Tuesday, which is a little silly, but oops. Oh well. Enjoy your lurk, Henry. Thank you for stopping in. Ugh. But no, oh God. My audition's tomorrow and I'm terrified. I was working on all my songs today. I'm not sounding exactly how I want to sound, but like, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, so that's all I can do. So keep me in your thoughts tomorrow afternoon, because that's what I'm doing. Break a leg. Thank you. I figured out what to wear. I had to take new headshots today because the last headshots I took were when I was blonde. So I had to send in a new one with my darker hair. I know what I'm wearing. I know what my makeup's gonna look like. I have my music. So I just gotta go there and do it. Echo needs to be turned off. I thought I already turned it off. Hang on, let me turn on the monitor for a second. Ooh, monitor? Ah. I'm not hearing any echo. Oh. No. I don't think I hear any echo in the monitor. Does anyone else hear echo right now? If so, I can just delete the plugin. Okay, cool. I was like, ah! Okay. Remind me what I'm auditioning for. I'm auditioning for a local theater's production of Into the Woods. Into the Woods is like, it's one of my top 3 favorite musicals of all time. I haven't auditioned for a theater, like a full-scale theater production in like 14 years. So I do be a little scared. I am nervous. But like just the possibility of being Into the Woods is very exciting. So I'm auditioning for, if you are familiar with the musical, if you were at the watch party where I had y'all watch it with me, I'm auditioning for Cinderella and the Baker's Wife. So I have 4 pieces of music to sing tomorrow. Oh, today's beverage, grapefruit zero sugar soda with a splash of tart cherry juice. It's pretty delicious. I need to top that off with some more grapefruit. Do you or people you know believe? Yes! We do not say the M word in a theater. I grew up as a theater kid, and so yeah, we definitely believed in the the suspicion of the Scottish play. For those of y'all who don't know what the Scottish play is, I'm in my house, so I can say this. It's Macbeth. And so there's a rumor, or like a superstition, that if you say the word Macbeth in a theater, bad things will happen. It's bad luck. Like every production of Macbeth, there's always like things falling on people, people falling through holes in the stage, people getting sick, injured, shit like that. So there's a superstition that if you ever say the word Macbeth in a theater, bad stuff's gonna happen. So in order to counteract that, most people call it the Scottish play because Macbeth takes place in Scotland. But if you have to say the word Macbeth in a theater, what you do is you spin around to the left 3 times, spit over your shoulder, and there's something else. I'm trying to remember. Did an actor catch on fire? I don't know. Did they? I'm not sure. Hold on. I can spell superstition. Yeah, disaster, accidents, or failure. Cursed. The traditional origin is said to be a curse set upon the play by a coven of witches angry at Shakespeare for using a real spell. One hypothesis for the origin of this superstition is that Macbeth, being a popular play, was commonly put on by theaters in financial trouble, or that high production costs of Macbeth put theaters in financial trouble. Hence, an association was made between productions of Macbeth and theaters going out of business. Oh, okay. Historical mishaps. Here we go. On December 2nd, 1964, a fire burned down the D. Maria II National Theatre in Lisbon, Portugal. And at the time, the play being put on was Macbeth. So yeah, allegedly it burnt down the damn theater. Oh, the one I heard about was an English actor who was playing Macbeth was wounded in a sword fight during a performance. And then he died in the hospital a few weeks later after being, like, mortally stabbed. I don't know why they didn't have prop swords, but, like, yeah, there's that. Charlton Heston. Ooh. 1954. You're right. Not his groin. That sucks. Jesus. Ooh. Here's a newer one. Ari Aster, writer and director of like Hereditary, Midsommar, etc., etc., said that during filming of Hereditary, Alex Wolff told me not to say the name of William Shakespeare's Scottish play out loud because of a superstitious theater legend. I smugly announced the name, and then one of our lights burst during the shooting. Ooh. Yes, smarmy motherfucker. Okay, but yeah, that's the Scottish play. That be Macbeth. So there's your trivia factoid of the day. So I used to do Shakespeare, but I did not do the Scottish play. I remember specifically doing As You Like It and Timon of Athens. Ooh, and The Tempest. Those were the 3 that I had done before. But I did not do Scottish play. I did like a kid's version of Romeo and Juliet, like back when I was very small. But I don't really count that because we didn't use the actual text. So, laundered in kerosene? What idiot makes that mistake? Hang on, let me get this game loaded. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. What crazy person? Kerosene? You'd think the smell would have given it away. You know? Also, I'm having a snack. I've got Welch's fruit snacks. Autism chow. You know. They changed the colors. Now it's like the dyes are all natural sources. So the colors look very similar. But that's okay. Congratulations, Lily. Okay. So, there we go. Let's get the correct game on here. Ace Attorney. There we go. The worm man got to my Welch's fruit snacks? Of course, that's when you decide to pop up as a dimension of, of fruit snacks. Hi, Pillow. Listen, they're the best fruit snacks. I don't care what your favorite is. Welch's is mine. My favorite fruit snack. Okay, let me turn that down. This is so funky. Okay, so last week, or I guess last time, I don't think we did this last week. Last time we had our final day of investigation, and we found out that Miss Alita was running around in some Maractus Clinic slippers. So, she had something to do with it. And we also found a different pair of her shoes. Forever chasing the high of the light blue Scooby-Doo fruit snack. It's so true. I do enjoy the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. There was actually a YouTube video I watched about that one specifically. I'll have to post it in the Discord server. Okay. Trial day 2. Wait, is this? Yeah, that's it. Day 2, here we go. A surprise! I do love a surprise. You know what, Alyssa? I think I remember hearing about the Pokemon bad luck thing. I don't remember what context I heard it in, but I do remember hearing about that. That's funny. You know, Shakespeare via Pokemon would be kind of hilarious. I would love that. Yes, the green slippers from the trash. From the garbage. Homegirl thought she could get rid of them. Okay, applying lip balm. Okay, I've had my fruit snacks. Jim and Bob are here, so off we go.
This is it! The big day! Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh? What time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo.
Him's nervous. All right, he needed to pop a melatonin is what he needed to do.
But at least you have me.
And Mr. Hat.
And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hello, Father. Father Phoenix. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Right. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. What? You were just in the hospital for fun? Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
That Sherman Tank of a mom? No, guess again. Sherman Tank Phoenix, you don't have to be rude. Kirin-san! Hello, Kirin-san! Welcome! Happy Friday! Yeah, Lily, we'll get you some new slippers. She's built different. Why a Sherman specifically? I don't know. We should look up a picture. We'll find out.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
Damn, okay. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's gonna be a witness?
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. It had a roomy crew compartment, so it's big compared to other medium tanks. Could be. Speaking of tanks, Alita, have you watched Girls und Panzer? Because my partner got me watching Girls und Panzer. You know, the anime about girls driving tanks? That's really interesting. If there is a spelling error, I am weak in English. I am sorry. That is okay. Listen, you're looking pretty good so far. Thank you for trying, Kirin-san.
Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
Yeah, what happened to Trucy's actual mother? That's what I want to know. Court is now in session for the trial of Wocky, Kentucky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of panty snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. Ooh, new age. I'm doing well in what, Lily? I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see? To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life, with no chance of parole. You make it sound like a bad thing. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fräulein.
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Oh, God. Not one of these trad wife girlies. Ew. Oh, God. Shut up, Judge. Shut up, Judge. Ooh, I'm gonna knock something over. Traditional values, I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater, while eating peanut butter. What is it with underwater basket weaving? It comes up as a reference in so many pieces of media. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait. Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Wocky Kitaki confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Here we go. Here we go.
It was the day the family health checkup results came back. When Wocky found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Wocky could have done it.
So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life? Was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Ballistics. Apollo Justice is called Odoroki Hosuke in Japan. Odoroki Hosuke. That's an interesting name. Oh, does it mean something specific? I guess everything is puns, you know? Gotta go already. Looking forward to the VOD. Have a good stream. Thank you, Henry. Have a... Oh, God. Move the table, Martha. I'm gonna knock it over. Good night, Henry. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next time. Kirin-san, are you an Ace Attorney fan? Do you enjoy it? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks.
Rifling marks.
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Wocky's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Honestly, she may be a terrible human, but, like, her coordination is so good. Like, the ribbons with the earrings, the green, like, clover scarf and the nails, and then we've got the yellow eyeshadow with the yellow dress. Like, she has a good eye for detail. You feel me? That's what I meant. I didn't mean to press that. Okay. The rifling is pretty basic. What about lands and groves? The twist! Who knows? Okay. When Wocky found out Dr. Maractus lied, he flew into a rage. That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Well, then how come we have a copy? Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint. Phoenix Wright is called Naruhodo Ryuichi. Naruhodo Ryuichi. I know Naruhodo is like, oh, I see, or oh, that's correct. So I get the pun on his name. Naruhodo Ryuichi. Odoroki Hosuke. What does that mean? Hang on. Let's look into this, shall we? Odoroki Hosuke. Where is he? I need his name. Oh my god, there's so much information. Okay. Odoroki. Hosuke odoroki. Odoroki comes from the word odoroki, meaning surprise. Okay, so the kanji are different. The kanji that make up Hosuke can be broken down into ho, meaning law, and suke, which is a common suffix for male Japanese names. This makes the meaning of his first name boy of law, or law boy. His full Japanese name can roughly mean a surprising man of the law. I like it. I like it. That's good stuff. Phoenix has an aunt? Well, I guess he does have a prequel. Okay. Interesting. I love a good pun. Anyway. Back to it, shall we?
Wocky's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
I don't know if I'd call it cute, but okay, girl. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath.
I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols.
Okay, let's go back. Go back. Okay, let's look at this. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Wocky's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
I don't see how any of that could be useful, but okay. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Wocky had access to a pistol. Oh yeah, she is buttering everybody up. Absolutely. Okay. Tell me about it. What happened? Meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him, I really did. But Wocky wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. Last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
I just don't see how anyone but Wocky could have done it.
A Wonka brand tombstone. Wocky Wonka? How can you say that for certain? How? Hair forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Wocky was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? I don't know, he could have gotten the gun, but somebody else could have taken it from him. That does seem to be the case. Oh, that's cute. Naruhodo Minuki. I like that. Minuki. I wonder what that means. Does the defendant have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used this pistol? Well, why don't we figure it out? I think it could have been for Wocky's sake. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Well, obviously, it had to be Alita. If she's the fiance, wouldn't she have access? Let's give it a shot. Ooh! Okay, that worked. Of course I mean you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Ooh, let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé. Oops. I didn't mean to cowboy hat. And killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. Don't question mob love. Wasn't there some reality show called Mob Wives? Wasn't that a thing? Alita's over here trying to be a mob wife. I'd hope you'd do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. And we do have the evidence for that. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness and Miss Tiala, the victim. Let's find it. I think it's this. I see you, Lily, with the Moulin Rouge. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever? Why is your name on this chart? Gotcha. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over. Clavier Gavin is called Gadu Kyoya. I do like the name Kyoya. That's a good name. Gadu Kyoya. Gadu. That's an I bet you that's where they got Gavin from. Interesting.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Ms. Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't now.
That's not how that works. Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. He's like, shut up, dude. There's no connection now doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly?
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic. True. But you remained connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Well, shit. Okay. When was that? The shoes? The slippers. I think it's the slippers. Because the shoes wouldn't do anything. It just has her toe print in it. But if we can match the toe print to June. Okay, yeah, so that was 6 months ago. I'm gonna use the slippers. Yes! Ooh. Hair forehead. This trail you have found, it doesn't lead to the truth. Well, tell me why. Tell me why. I've got all the evidence. Tell me why. You've got nothing up your sleeve. Tell me why. Your witness is guilty. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Not to a long career in the legal profession, yeah? Gee, thanks. Perhaps you will allow me to do the honors. Why not? It might be nice for a change. Most excellent. Let's rock! What a fucking goob! That's rude! Okay, maybe it wasn't the slippers. Well, I didn't save. Fuck me. Oh well. Not the bullet. That was in June. Maybe it was the shoes. Maybe it was these. Because the shoes were found in the lobby, so, okay. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Ah, okay, I picked the wrong shoes. Sorry, guys. Magic slippers.
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. We already did it.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Wocky back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Wocky and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well. This witness will tell us about the visit. I don't know, Lily. Copying somebody's toe prints is a little weird. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day?
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Wocky had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake.
Wait a minute, if she quit in January, then how did she sign the medical record from June? Because it's December right now. right? God, I'm losing my mind.
The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation?
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. So, why was the sandals left behind? Good question, actually. I also don't know why Gavin's helping us here. It seems a little odd. If Phoenix can forge evidence, I can too. Okay, damn. Interesting. Toe prints exist, but they're generalized as the footprint as a whole. Okay, well, why... Fingerprints are distinctive from handprints, so why can't toe prints be distinctive from a footprint? Just asking. He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. This is where the slippers come in. Slippers!
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead. What the no fair? He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Okay, here we go. Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day? Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Wocky, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor.
I don't know. If the mafia was gonna if you messed up on an operation of a mob family member, I don't know if that's timidness. That's just straight up fear. That is fear of death. You mean that act of malpractice on Wocky, correct?
If he had just told Wocky the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True. That operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. We know that the Merectus clinic had ties to the Kentucky family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him.
No dark secrets, eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
Huh. Let's look at the evidence, shall we? After 10 p.m., single bullet to the right temple. Okay, but what about the noodle stand? I don't know how that's connected. Okay, report filed on June 14th. Okay. The pistol. Fingerprints wiped. The slippers have to be used here somehow. And then there's the lamp. Okay, let's go back.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. January. Damn it, what day is it? Because that was in June, right? Hold on, I'm gonna save here, and then I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna follow my hunch. Because that was done in June. Or was the surgery in June? When was this filed? Doctor, patient, bullet, nurse. Let's give it a shot. Nope! Nope, that's not it. Okay, let's keep going then. I went to warn him. I knew Wocky had the pistol. Why would she go? Maybe the stuff in the safe? Maybe. The doctor always was a timid man. Why else would I have gone? Maybe the bullet in the safe? Let's try the bullet. No! Damn it! Phoenix writes, nickname Naruhodo-kun. That's cute. I like that. First time since I quit in January. Oh, what about the paint? The lamp? I went to warn him. I knew Wocky had the pistol. The doctor was always a timid man. Why else would I have gone? Let's try the lamp. Brother, I am stumped. I am absolutely stumped. What is going on? Come on, Google. Where am I supposed to go from here? Oh, well. Right evidence, wrong statement. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Doctor, why else would I have gone? I was right on thinking about the safe. Not the bullet, the chart. There we go. The music stopped. Okay, okay. This chart was found inside a safe at the doctor's office. Yes. Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Ooh, she's nervous. Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad hair doctor. And this is where you come in, Ms. Tiala. She's not even gonna say anything. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Wocky's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice. And I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh, shit! It's bracelet time! My bracelet's reacting again!
What is it, Apollo?
I felt my bracelet tighten just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said! Right, my superpowers! My super jewelry! When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Eh? What if she, like, rocks back and forth on her heels or, like, does something with her feet? Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Says the man with the magic bracelet.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Ms. Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. All right. If it's glowing, does that mean... I don't know what I'm doing. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? A half-year-old chart. Let's listen to it again. Oh! The ring! It's the ring! She's messing with her ring! It looked like she was being still, but yeah. She's doing the thing! I also fiddle with my jewelry. If I'm thinking or I'm nervous, yeah. Just having something to fiddle with. She's nervous stimming! Gotcha! Gotcha! Ms. Tiala, you're unsure about something, aren't you? Not as unsure as you are.
Wow, she sure showed you.
What? Was it not the ring? I thought it was the ring. Huh. It has to be that new statement. Hang on. Why would I go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart? Okay. Let's see. Go back. Hear it again. There! Gotcha! Ooh! Okay, okay. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Ms. Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Eh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence! Okay, what evidence do I have? We save. Again. Ms. Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Man, I don't know. That? Maybe? I can't can't think of... The checkup? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's go for it, Nara. Whoo! Oh, I was nervous. Okay. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. Right, because that was the checkup. Because they were having their annuals. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Wocky's chest x-ray would reveal.
No.
A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Ah! The drama. That's all, Your Honor. Mic drop. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. Thank you, Clavier. Thank you. I appreciate it. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Ms. Tiala?
You guessed it.
Order! Order! I did it! I broke her testimony!
Amazing, Apollo! I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait!
Of course, she's not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it that easily. Ms. Tiala?
It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all! I told him about Wocky and went home.
It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. This is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close!
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Okay. We go save again.
Again.
Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. Okay, do I have to perceive things again? Or do I need to... No, probably not. I have evidence. I did go to the clinic. First time in a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. I knew Wocky had the pistol. The doctor was a timid man. Why would I go to the clinic now for a year, half-year-old chart? Nothing happened. I warned him and left. Nothing happened, eh? Well, what about the bullet and the lamp? Also, how does the noodle stand get into this? I'm still... Man... Let's try the bullet first. Ooh! Okay, alright, cool, great. Pulled that out of my ass. Alright. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay.
Kind of like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. This was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe?
I guess the police didn't check that far.
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Oh my god. Back and forth and back and forth. Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? Ooh. Ooh. The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Herr Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Hey! All right. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. What are you snapping for? Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. She did it. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. How does it feel sharing a name with a possible murderer, Alita? I was about to say a defendant, but she is not the defendant in this case. Order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Yes, actually. Alita Tiala knew about Wocky Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious! So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? Nara was right on the money. I'm being addressed. No, wait. No. Sorry. You keep talking trash about my Alita. And I'll sue you, lawyer man. God, he's such a fucking idiot. Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. You can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too, there in that park. You absolute moron. Ignoramus. Just cool. You keep your hands off my Alita or I'll... Tea? Oh, she's laughing. Like the bitch she is. Ms. Tiala?
I'm sorry, It's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny?
Wocky, wake up and smell reality.
Alita, baby?
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita! Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So, the family fortune is what you're really after.
That's right. I wanted the money.
No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that!
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Accuse!
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, but
What are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Wocky's. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me. I shot him.
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly the Fräulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then, wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh, fuck! Yes, she woulda! You see, that chart wouldn't have been left in that safe.
Oh,
He's right! Ms. Tiala,
yes.
it is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus clinic on the day of the crime. Okay, let's get some water in this bitch. Okay.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
You went back later?
That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
Ah, that was you? Ah. It probably would be obstruction of justice, wouldn't it? But this is Japanifornia, and they do whatever they want. Right. So you were the burglar.
That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing and brazen at that.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. B&E breaking and entering? Yup. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Common strategy. Okay. Save, damn it. Why that day?
That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill.
3 crimes! Oh, Jesus.
And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah?
She's like a U.S. politician, but prettier.
Nah, her and Christy Nome are cut from the same cloth. I'm kind of thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually.
I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later.
Later?
When I heard what happened, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid,
Ruby,
had to get in my way.
Why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
Ooh.
In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you?
Dibs on being Daphne. Okay.
That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Okay, she's not fiddling with her ring. I was looking for something. Okay. Do I have proof? I don't know, dude. But you could have stolen it!
Could have. Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Wocky. He'll tell us. Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he? Okay. Spotted in the park at the moment of the crime.
Yeah, but, But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further?
Okay, I think this is the important. I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot. Wait! How would you know that he was shot in the temple. Have you seen the autopsy report? The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. This might be a little, visual calculus, right? Okay, so I keep wondering how the noodle stand fits into this. What if Alita was hiding in the noodle stand? It's the fucking box theory all over again. Oh, because didn't the witness say he was over here at first? Like, he said he was up top. But then we were like, okay, but that doesn't make sense, and that implicates you. And he's like, nah, actually, I was over here. So what if he was over here, he shouted, and then Maractus turned his head the other way. She shot from inside the noodle stand, and then gets his right temple. Hashtag box theory, hashtag noodle theory. Listen, they've reused other dumbass tropes in this series, so they could reuse somebody hiding in a box. You know, with all the crazy shit that's going on, it could happen. Because we still haven't connected why this man was dragging a noodle stand. And if she, made him do it, I don't know. I don't know! Ugh. That testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious. That's what that. My brain is out of juice. Egregious panty snatcher. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was see? I may not be nuts. He was standing to the north next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple unless there was a bitch in the noodle stand who shot him from the other direction. Mark my words. Silly attorney. What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
Do you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Oh. But his location was proven with the panties in the garbage. You can't write that off as him being mistaken. Then why don't you show us hair forehead? Show you what? Yeah, show you what? Gavin? Okay. We're ready. You had coffee? I had a matcha latte this morning. Matcha latte and a banana. And my fiber supplements. Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness panties guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? In the noodle stand! She was hiding in the noodle box! If this is really how it ends up, I'm gonna flip this desk and all of my computer parts with it. I swear to God, if this game does this again. Wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in his right temple? I'm gonna go insane. Me too, Clavier. I merely laid out all the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. Don't do that, we would miss you if you destroy your computer. I'm being hyperbolic. I would not do that, I would cry. If you can, that is. Give Apollo some setting powder for his shiny forehead. Wocky Kitaki was standing at the killer mark. You're being the straight person. You straight never. I know what you mean, I'm kidding. Wesley Stickler at the witness mark. And of course, Pal Maractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer? What if I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go crazy. Let's do it elsewhere. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. Fun fact, Trucy refers to Phoenix as Papa in Japan, hence the beanie. Everything sucks. Man, do I have to call you that? Is that what you prefer to be called? But no, that makes sense. The little character on the bean. Yes, the bean. Yeah. We are learning so many fun facts today. Anywhoosies. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. We have to bring the noodle stand in. It's sitting in the court record doing fucking nothing. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. I do. Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot from? Let's say him just in case I am absolutely out of my mind. It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? I am so glad I saved just now. What if they were a bit more terrifying? Not the wheelchair! Like so! God damn you, Gavin. Yeah, we're gonna reheat the noodles. We're gonna go for it. Double penalty! Hair Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. Noodle stand! Noodle stand! In here! There. Oh, wait! Oh, I hate it here! Deep breaths. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Ms. Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Right? Why did Stickler... Well, Stickler and Mr. Eldoon, maybe. Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. Ooh, 3D models. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no! Oh yes! Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. We gotta go look at the noodle stand. We gotta find the bullet hole. Low detail 3D model of People Park, my beloved. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand? Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. Fucking nuts, dude. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along. You threatened his ass, I bet. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Right, there's a gun in his head. He didn't want to die, so he pulled the stand, damn it. Yes, the daily exercise. He needed extra weight. Training arc. She hasn't realized she's in the Ace Attorney universe. That's funny. Let's talk about... Why did I make him British? Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Okay, Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? Do I have it? I should. God damn it, I'm out of drink. Water bottle. Let's look. Don't we have balls? Because there were balls all over the floor in the clinic. Lad, listen, if we don't have any evidence at this point, we're fucked. So we gotta go find it. Oh, the slippers! Yes, the slippers I found in the garbage. Sure, that'll do it. Okay, let's see what we've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Well, there's the ball. Although, I don't know. Some slippers. Damn! Bowl or slippers? Bowl or slippers? Bowl or slippers? Maybe the slippers first to connect Alita to it? And then the bowl. Because this doesn't say anything about being on the clinic floor. Not the bloomers! Nah, we're done with the panties. Okay. Oh, God, do a couple of Hail Marys. Let's go. No! Finally, we get to use the slippers! Thank you, Everything Sucks, for the reminder about the slippers. The Maractus Clinic. And they're covered with paint. I forgot about the paint. Forgot about the paint. Okay. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found. Oh, yeah! Damn, I'd forgotten all about the slipper print that we found with Emma. Right next to the noodle stand. Listen, we're both pulling stuff out of our butts to solve this case. Go team. Team Butts for Larry Butts. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. Like Cinderella, but bad. In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. Yeah! Oh, what are you objecting to? Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Yes, motherfucker. Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave trace on a cobblestone path. Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What a bogus listen, he's grasping for straws. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? It's so light, it wouldn't leave a print. That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. Clavier gives me we are pals, but I still have to do my job vibes. Very much so. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Now the ball. Okay, let's do it.
Apollo, I think I might be onto something.
Oh?
I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, don't worry, I got it. Yes, yes. The bowl. We bowl. I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space in that stand. The bowl. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic, along with the soup pot and Alita's shoes. Put on your shoes, we're going bowling! Honestly, bowling is fun. Bowling is a hobby I enjoy quite a lot. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldoon was very clear about those bowls. I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop!
I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies! No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
Is she fiddling with her ring? I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
Then please, pull us back down to reality, Ms. Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it! Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside of it? We have the murderer Cinderella. Honestly, that would be a really interesting twist. Listen, I love Cinderella. Cindy is one of my favorite girly pops. I love reading any version of Cinderella. It's a good time. Reading, watching, whatever. Speaking of which, was it yesterday or the day before? Disney's Cinderella recently celebrated 76 years. Slay. I also love fairy tales. Me too. All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands.
Write it, Lily. Go nuts. We support fan fiction in this house.
Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
I'm sorry, Robot Cinderella? I'ma need that. I'ma need the title and the author of that so I can read it. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance.
Fanfic contest, everyone's a winner! Because there's new reading material.
I told him that brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. All right, more magic bracelet time. After I save. We save, and then we do the bracelet check. Okay, it looks like she's fiddling here, but let's check it. Ha! I just greenlit Marshmallow fanfic. Go nuts. Who am I to stifle your creativity? I had no intention of letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. Dr. Maractus didn't understand. He thought the Kitakis had sent me. I gave up and went home. Okay, I think we've only got ring fiddling on that first statement. There we go. Maybe not. Okay, pass. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. Phoebe Himari Pawn Ranger. Yes, let me join my friends. Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. I gave up and went home. All I did was... Oh! Ah! What if it's the fiddling with her scarf? That's new. That's a new posture. All I did was talk to him. Ah, no. Here we go! Right? That'd be nice if we could all just perceive shit like this. We gotta study body language.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Velcro's showing me her tummy. I have to pet her. I have to pet. Ooh.
Okay. All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I hope so, buddy. Okay. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. You're gonna fall off if you roll over. Yeah, don't fall over. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch?
What are you talking about? Twitch.tv/meowitsmartha. That's my Twitch. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What? What?
This is working better than I'd hoped. We're burdening the proof with this one. Yeah, we are. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Oh? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Ms. Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. Right, 'cause there was that spilled cup of juice and the lamp on the floor. We interrupt Apollo Justice Ace Attorney to bring you Pixel Hunting Ableist Edition. Ugh. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. Is it the lamp? That's the only piece of evidence we really haven't used, so we're gonna go for it.
What's that?
You're touching your scarf again. Oop! There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out! This talking in circles nonsense is killing me!
Very well. The answer is very simple. Ms. Alita Tiala, it's evidence. It was in the court record. We didn't steal it. Please remove your scarf. Oh, got him. Let's see it, lady. This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party.
You can't order me to remove... Ms. Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please, remove your scarf.
No! No!
I knew it! So I was right, wasn't I, Ms. Alita Tiala? Oh-ho! Not the strangulation marks. Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic, you needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Whoa! She scream! What's what, Lily? Strangulation marks? Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus.
Oh, here we go.
That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
Give it up for the worst doctor ever, for real. So you can save your own skin?
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You! And what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord.
Jesus.
Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I?
Fuck! One thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Ms. Tiala. I don't think it does, actually. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Ms. Tiala?
No. This finishes the cross-examination of this. Objection! Oh, Gavin objects? Come on, brother. Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. Ooh, what? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin. Pam Erectus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There is more we don't know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Yeah, the motivation. Maybe. Revenge. Alita Tiala, half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Ms. Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you?
You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Oh, he was disposing. Ooh! Ooh, Nara, you got a big brain. Passion, provocation, manslaughter, I don't know, man. Me? Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Wocky saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Ms. Tiala heard about this from Wocky.
2 brain cells borrowed from the dog. Good. Good job.
So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him,
In order to
to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps, he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Hair Forehead, care to guess? We're gonna use Nara's theory for now, is what we're gonna do if we can. We've got a Jessica Fletcher in chat. Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Yeah, right, like he probably in his panic just freaked out. 3 to 5 minutes, Jesus, that's a long time to be strangling somebody. Yeah, you would think that a doctor would know that, but I guess not. Do I have evidence? Do we? Bullet, the chart, the lamp, shoes, slippers, the pistol. Would the noodle stand be? I'm guessing the noodle stand. He's a shitty doctor. Yeah, he is. Okay, we'll use... No, go back. We'll use the noodle stand. Okay, here we go. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand. What? Can
Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside the stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah! Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Ms. Tiala.
My corpse?
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk! You're all crazy!
Then let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Wocky Kitaki? I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right! He had no reason to go there! Oh, now I get it. It was a trick! That spoiled brat made him do it! He made the doctor steal the stand!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. This would not be allowed in real court. This is just conjecture, all of it. Please show us on this diagram. Where exactly was the victim? Is this a body of water over here? Because we've got like benches, tables, there's the path in the park. Like, he wouldn't be stupid enough to bury the body in a park. This has to be a body of water. Let's try it. Yes! Ooh, all right. That's a river! Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many He didn't have many other options, Fräulein. Slam! I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. Oh yeah, there it is, water. And inside the stand, you, Ms. Alita Tiala. Oh yeah, because he was holding a knife, not a gun. I think. And then the denouement. Wesley Stickler of panty snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant... Oh wait, but is that a gun? I guess he does have a gun. Where did the second gun come from? Oh, that's crazy! Oh my god.
So, I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Wocky's pistol. It had to be you! Well, Ms. Tiala.
Huh. Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park?
Trucy and Alita's voices are blending together for a second.
Ugh. Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Herr Forehead's errors? Yes, it's your job. Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doktor's car. Oh. His car?
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
Ugh. Wouldn't... But the car was out of commission, wasn't it? There was a mirror broken off and panties stuck in the tailpipe. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car then?
Let's use the underwear. Let's go for it. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No. Yeah, before Stickler got the underwears. Order! Well, Mr. Justice, well, I have some underwear to show you again. The chones were put into the coche. Why didn't Mr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Male pattern baldness real. Who, Apollo? Nah, he's just slicked back his hair. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. Someone else stole the sand. He carried the body in the car. The car didn't run. We're gonna go with the underwear theory. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Ms. Tiala. Put 1 and 1 together and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you could show us some evidence. Yes, sir, I can. Okay. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Trucy's underwear! Let's go for it. Yeah! Let's see now. Panties again?
All sorts of things come out of my panties.
God damn it, Trucy.
Even the truth.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were here investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Oh, there we go.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe it could break just from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Yes, for your own safety.
My, how interesting.
While Ms. Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
What a fucking dweeb! Well, Ms. Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. A pain. Oh, my throat's burning.
What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did!
Wocky?
You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man! Could be self-defense, we'll have to find out. That's why you don't drive in the snow with a clogged pipe and dangerous CO2 level suffocation. Yes. Wait, let me explain. Fine. I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. Oh, that's why she shot him? He was gonna spill the beans. It's not just me.
No! He'll ruin everything! I have to stop him!
What an illustration! And yet I ask, where did the second gun come from? Cease this at once, you two! Ooh. Ooh.
Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad.
Damn. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No. My biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you.
What? You believed I was stupid?
You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Wocky declared guilty, it was you.
She thinks I'm stupid, or she thought I was stupid. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Ms. Alita Tiala doing? She has confessed to everything. We are processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Hair Forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! Wocky's free! But damn, for how long? He's not exactly in a good place. Court is adjourned! Hot diggity. Alright, thank you, Jim. Thank you, Bob.
Great job, Apollo! You did it!
Yeah, we did. Somehow.
Wocky's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes? Brother.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back! Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish. Enough, Wocky. Hello, father. Ah, Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Wocky. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Wocky.
I'm afraid the guard is gonna throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Wocky. Wocky? Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. The report? Okay. What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? That? Right. I mean, that's probably a very expensive surgery. Okay. Think about it, Wocky. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Wocky. It's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Wocky. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. He's changing his ways for his kid. Oh my God, he has eyebrows. Look there. Those were his eyebrows. Wowee.
He has such a kind face when you can actually see his eyes.
Please understand, Wocky. Dad. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always looking out for...
Wocky?
Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My Wocky!
No. It's as it should be. Mr. Kataki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I like his puppy dog eyes. How dare you? I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Ooh, me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest. The Kitaki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? Well, there has to be a reason he has an apron. So long. And he was gone. Damn.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency. Hey.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Huh. Why not? She did help me out. Good night, Lily. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Good night. Then there's still a few questions that need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Papa! There he is.
That's right. We have to go someplace first.
You gotta give Mr. Eldoon back his stand. Huh? Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, salty noodles. Right. He got his stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
It's special, all right. Please. Anything but him. Woohoo! We did it! Hot diggity damn it. Yippee! Yippee hooray! Excellent work, everybody. All right, friends. That was a shorter case than I expected it. But that was fun. I enjoyed it. Cannot believe they reused the box theory with the damn noodle stand, but it was kind of hilarious. Yeah. All right, so they only get longer. Great. I shouldn't have said anything. Alrighty then. So I am off tomorrow because I have my audition. Oh, I'm so nervous, but I'm gonna do that. And then on Sunday at 3 p.m. Central, and I promise I will be there at the correct time, 3 p.m. Central, I'm gonna be doing some current J-pop idol makeup. We're doing a face cam stream. And we're gonna see if I can pull this off. Because I keep seeing the same trends among J-pop idol groups, and it's a style of makeup that I am not comfortable with. So we're gonna practice, and we're gonna yap, and it'll be a good time. Yay! I hope everyone has a great rest of their Friday night and a good Catterday. And I hope I will see you on Sunday. Who can I throw you at real quick? Let's see. Is anyone awake? Awake! Yes! Many's awake. Ooh, Gummy Jelly is baking. Baking stream. So go say hi on YouTube to Gummy Jelly. And then on Twitch. Pengy live, Pengy live. Guppy also live. Let's do... I'm gonna throw y'all at Guppy, because I haven't rated Guppy in a minute, and we've rated Pengy recently. Guppy is playing Soma. So, go say hey to Guppy on Twitch, and then on YouTube, go say hi to Gummy Jelly. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out with me. It was a good time, and I will see you on Sunday. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.